Hello everyone, this is I. Today I would like to show you how to make this bracelet, and it's called Traverse. I made this bracelet about 6 weeks ago and I posted it on Instagram, and this is the first one I made. I love this design. It lays really nice and flat, and when you use 3 colors it links together very nicely. So today I would like to use the same color as this one here. So we'll start with the grey, blue and pink. Okay, we need 3 colors, and let's start with pink. Cap band, 2 or 3, whichever one you like when you do your cap band. And you have 3 bands. Grab your cap, pull it through your bands, and make sure your bands are not twisted. Okay, then we'll start the next color is grey. Pull. Now this is how you start. You pull your grey through all the bands other than the last one. You leave the last one behind. Okay, and then you pick up 4 bands. Leave the last one here and you close. Now just have to make very sure this is in the right order, they're not twisted. Okay, second, you pull it through your grey and your 4 bands. Okay, and go back, pick up 3 bands. 3 bands, so you leave your grey and that pink band, and you close. You grab one more grey and pull it through, 1 grey and your 3 pinks. Okay, and you close. And you lift the pink and pull it over all your greys. Okay, this is the first section. The first section is different from the rest. So now I'm going to turn our hook around. We're going to start with blue now. Every section have 3 bands, okay? Now pull your blue bands over 3 bands and leave 1 behind, and you lift 2 bands, 1, 2 closest to your hook, and you close. Another blue bands, pull it through, your blue and 2 greys, and then you lift the grey closest to your hook, and then you close. One more, You just pull it through 2 bands, your blue and your grey, and you close. Okay, this is what it looks like. And you pull that grey over all your blue bands. Okay, now there we go. This is when the designs start. So your first section and the second one's a bit different because you don't have one to pull up. Now, when you start, this is what you keep repeating through the whole bracelet. You will be lifting one of the band, okay, and you start. Whatever you're lifting is the color that you'll be using. So when you're lifting a red one, if you see a red, you start with red. So you go through your red and 3 blues, and you still lift the one behind, and then you lift 2 bands closest to your hook, and you close. Okay, second, you pull it through red and 2 blues, and you pick up 1 blue that's closest to your hook, and you close. Okay, and then 1 more red, pink. You pull it through 2 bands, okay, and you close. Now you have to lift this band over all your bands like that. Okay, it should lay pretty flat. Now we're turning it, and there should be 1 band right here waiting for you. So that's my grey. So I know to start with grey. So pull my grey over all bands, 1 grey and 3 pink. And then I'll be picking up 2 pink closest to my hook and close. And grab my other grey, second grey, pull it through 3 bands, pick up just 1, and then close. Okay, 1 more. It's always 3, so 1 more. You pull it through 2 bands, your grey and pink, and you close. And you lift the pink over. And you're left with all the same colours, 4 bands, and then you turn your hook around and pick up whatever colour there is up. So it's a blue. We start with blue. Okay, blue through 4 bands, the blue bands, 3 grey bands, and we'll pick up 2 closest to our hook and close. Okay, second blue. We'll go through 3 bands, blue, 2 greys. Ooh, can you see it's twisted there? We'll make sure it's not twisted. Okay, we'll pick up our grey. Hang on. I'll be so sure to pick up the right one. There we go. The one that's really just the closest to your hook pick up and close. Now the last blue, the third band, going through 2 bands, close. There we go. I'm going to leave that grey over a hook. It looks like that. 4 bands the same colour. We flipped it over and we're going to hook whatever colour there is at that part there, which is our red, our pink again. I keep on saying red today. So going through 4 bands and picking up 2 closest to our hook. Okay, now second pink, go through 3 bands and pick up 1 that, hang on, that's right, picking up 1 that's closest to our hook and close. Now last pink, third pink, going through 2 bands and then close. Alright, and you have to lift your band over and you'll be left with the same colours, 4 bands, and you turn your hook around and start over again, all over again by lifting that band, and you start with that colour. 4 bands, I'm going through 4 bands, lifting 2 closest to your hook. Okay, and close, and you start again. You lift 3, no, you go through 3 bands and hooked onto 1, lifting the one that's closest to your hook and close. Grab 1 more, going through 2 bands and close. Alright, and you pull this band over and you're done. Turn it over and you start all over again. So that's how you can keep going and finish your bracelet. Now this is how I close my bracelet. I'll show you right now. I pull, I put this band into this loop like that, and then this band into the first loop. So they're both going into the first loop, and I hook them all together this way so the band doesn't stick out on the side, and then you put a C-clips on. Okay, so it will look like this. And I hope you like the bracelet and enjoy making it, and please show me your beautiful color bracelet when you finish on Instagram. Okay, I really love seeing all the bracelet you made and all the pendants. I feel really happy, and I really want to thank you for making my day, for showing me all your beautiful work. So thank you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.